So what happened was I ran a daycare for 10 years, and the director of the Votech school where it was at made a surprise decision to close the daycare. It was really successful. And my husband was deciding to retire from teaching at the same time. And I was just, but I was open to new ideas. Like I knew I didn't want to do, I could be a daycare director again. And I just didn't want to repeat the same thing. So I was like open to new ideas, and literally was like, oh, what do I like as much as children? Well, I like coffee as much as children, And so I literally went on to Craigslist and would just like type in turnkey opportunities, turnkey businesses, and we got, and that's how I found this like mobile coffee business up in Butler, which is where I'm from. And so it seemed like a sign. The price was right. It wasn't going to be a huge investment. And I said to my husband, I said, what do you think? So we went up, and there's a lot of like physical movement, carrying equipment and things like that. So I knew he needed to be on board with it. And so we were like, yeah, we think we could do this. And so that's basically where it started. We did not realize how much part of Pittsburgh the film industry is, and as we've become much more knowledgeable about it. That was really just by chance. One of the films that was being done here, which was Outsiders, the person responsible for food, they contacted us, and we were like, yeah, sure, we can do it. For 2 o'clock in the morning, no big deal. And we just kind of said yes, and said we'll give it, we'll try, and we did, and we're flexible. So we're really flexible about it, and actually we found that the film industry is, in all sincerity, a lot of fun to work with. It's last minute kind of stuff, but they're also so appreciative, and they're kind of like, you find that the people on the sets are kind of like fly by the seat of their pants kind of people. And so they're always like, they're always just really at ease and comfortable, and they're like, yeah, this is the best coffee ever. So it makes it easy. So usually it's like the day before or 2 days before, and and then now COVID's changed a lot of those things. Just because the film industry has been so diligent about testing to make sure that you're not possibly bringing COVID into the set and everything. So they've been very intense in that way. So now, during COVID times, like they'll send us someplace to get the lab testing. I think they call it PCR testing. They'll send us somewhere to get lab tested, and then you have to come up early the day of the set and get retested again. And then if you clear all that, then you're good to go on set. But there's never a lot of advance notice. That's the emphasis there. And so, and like I said, they're really friendly, warm people that are just used to like making things work. And so they'll call us up and they'll say, okay, we need you to serve like 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And they know from experience it takes us an hour to set up and an hour to tear down. So then they'll say, okay, be up here at 6. And then so we get on set, and then they'll like have us, and then they make all their contacts through the walkie-talkies, and they're like, okay, coffee coming on. They almost always have always have like a very specific place where they can squeeze us in at, and then once we're set up and all, and then it's like bang, because like it's usually their lunch break or their dinner break, and then they line up, and you get a lot of requests for like, can you do triple shots? Can you do like, can you put a couple more shots in that? And then it's a very busy, intense 2 hours. Lots of people dream of like having a coffee shop or a tea shop, because it's quaint and it sounds really great, And so it's definitely, we're so thankful that we didn't try to buy like a brick and mortar, and that this is the route we went, like being a mobile business, and just like kind of like hang in there, say yes, and one thing will lead to another, and if you hang in there, say yes, and work really hard.